time is 7 p.m. The date is October 9th of 2025. And please get a roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Here.
Mr. Eastwood?
Here.
Mr. Christopher?
Here. If we all please stand for pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If we could just have a moment of silence, we'd like to think about our first responders, both here and abroad. All right, again, welcome everybody. I'd like to do a little bit of housekeeping. Everybody's got a cell phone or a watch or anything else like that. Please put it on silence and turn off the chimes. If you wish to speak in our meetings, please make sure that you are signed in at the back. Comments at the end of the meeting, where we try to limit our comments to 2 minutes. Please be aware that we have recording all across the ceiling, so keep any talking and banter in the crowd to a minimum. It's very hard for us to decipher who's talking, and for our minutes, it's a lot easier to keep a quiet meeting. So with that, I'm going to start with approval of previous meeting minutes. So I'd like to make a motion to approve the following Board of Trustees meeting minutes. The date is September 25th, 2025. It's a regular trustees meeting. In attendance were trustees Johnson, Eastwood, and Christopher. Any discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye. So, next on our agenda, we're going to break up our monotony of payroll and prayer request with a Shotwell Gardens presentation. I see we have our representative from the Parks District.
Do you have a preference on where I stand?
You can come up here, just make sure you state your name and where you're from and speak loud.
Good evening, my name is Ken Stray. I am the Deputy Director with the Medina County Park District and wanted to give you all an update on what I'm sure you have noticed. The Shotwell Gardens Park is quickly coming to life. We were kind of under a time crunch with when we had our ribbon cutting scheduled for and when the contractor was able to get in. So as you can see at the corner of Foot and Weymouth, we have about a 30-car parking lot. The dominating feature of the site is going to be 2 ponds that are in the center of the site. There's an upper pond and a lower pond. The upper pond has a spillway that feeds down into the lower pond. There's also an amphitheater. If you were to do like full capacity, kind of crunching people in there, you might get 75 people in there. It's not meant to be, it is not the Blossom of Medina County. We actually don't have power running to the amphitheater, so it's intended more for if we were to have a program or more of an intimate performance, maybe someone with an acoustic guitar or something like that. So no like Tom Petty or anything like that coming in. The trails around the site are the main trail is paved the entire way around. It is compliant with ADA so that it's accessible for all to enjoy the park. We have a really nice bridge that's spanning the spillway between the 2 ponds. that is also accessible for anyone in a wheelchair. And this site was only made possible by the generosity of the Shotwell family. Over the years, they've donated about 25 acres in that area. These last 8 acres that are making Shotwell Gardens, kind of the last piece of that puzzle. And we've had Becky Shotwell.
Yeah.
We do have a generator.
Hope it kicks on. 2001, 2002. The generator's not generating very well.
Oh, Ken.
We're trying to save on power.
We have to wait 1 second to let the
No problem.
system reboot.
I told you.
In
It's
the
your first
commercials,
time.
the lights come on automatically right
I
off the
noticed
bat.
that our power wasn't great at our house.
I told her
During
something
this
was
time,
probably wrong.
and I'm on the same network as this. So.
That's where I kind of wanted to have to walk away.
In the old days, you drove the car up, opened the doors and had a headlight showing.
So I
To
saw
be
that.
honest, this is probably gonna take a few minutes to.
That's okay, we've been through longer meetings.
There you go.
That was a first, I think.
Well, that's for me.
So a guy walks into a bar.
Mark Chilcott.
We want to enter
I
day.
think it's when the guy walks into the park. Yes, I'm curious if we are up on generated power and nobody else is on, or if it just was a flicker.
Is everybody out?
I don't see any lights.
So are we run on generator?
Yeah, okay. I just want to look at the lights out there and see if they were flashing. Blinking lights. Everybody's out, so we're good.
Well, we got a system, so.
Absolutely. We're still thinking.
First, it's things not connecting.
A hard drive?
Yeah.
You might have to do a hard
We might have to do a
reboot.
hard shutdown.
That's about the only way it's gonna start. That's what happens overnight. When the power goes out, it's gonna go out.
So much for your 3-minute presentation, right?
I would guess since he came up with Tom Petty right away, he could sing a couple or tunes in the meantime.
I didn't bring my guitar.
It is working.
It's moving, yeah.
Yeah. My phone's out now too.
No, I mean, it tells me that the house is in power, so it's something interesting.
Go get it.
On the other side of the house. Where she's just sitting still in there, pointing at the lights.
Alright, so I'd like to just apologize for everybody that's listening on the audio. We were out of power for a few minutes and we're back up and running, and we were listening from a presentation from Ken from the Park District. So we were just talking about Tom Petty and the amphitheater.
Yeah. So the Shotwell family were really instrumental in this park coming to life, and because they were so generous with their donation, We've actually had Becky Shotwell engaging with us on every step of the process. She's had her input on what she wanted to see out of the park. That accessibility piece was actually really high on her list of priorities. She wanted to make sure from her own life experiences that anyone could enjoy the park. With a name like Shotwell Gardens, there will be gardens. We're gonna have, at the top of the amphitheater, there will be, it's a shelter in the sense that it is in a covering for the top part of the amphitheater. Not like a picnic shelter, it'll have space for seating up at the top. But beyond that, there are a number of gardens that are being designed in-house. We're using, it'll be all native plants, some of which we're sourcing from our own native plant sale that we host every year in the Park District, as well as other local nurseries that offer native plants. The idea is they each are gonna have kind of a seasonal aesthetic, so one garden will look really great in the spring, one in the summer, one in the fall, and then even in the winter we'll have some winter berries and things that'll make the colors pop there. So, and then throughout the site itself, we're trying to cultivate kind of a meadow habitat with a lot of wildflowers and different seasonal changes that you'll see as you walk through the site, hopefully throughout the year. You'll be able to see just the park change as you kind of walk around and see the areas that pop at different times of the year. We have some musical instruments, like playground style musical instruments that the kids can go and play on when they're in the park. In a future phase, we hope to add a small, it'll either be a 3-season or potentially 4-season shelter. This would be enclosed. It would not be a rental space, but rather a programming space. We're talking to some local nonprofit groups on how we might best program that, whether it be through art exhibits or some programs that we would host as the Park District. And then in that second phase, we'd also have maybe some additional trails that would go into the woods and take you along the river. That phase is probably not for a few years though. So that's kind of the rundown of the park. Happy to field any questions that you may have.
I'm super excited that something getting built in the township, and I have been very impressed with the speed of it. Every time I go by, there's nobody sitting around. It's getting done quick.
Yeah, that was definitely, the contractor understands the time crunch that we're under with the date of the ribbon cutting. So you may see them out there on Saturdays working, and that's, they're as much a partner in this as anyone else, and they want to see this become a reality as well. And we'll keep taking, even though we want a little bit of rain, we'll take the dry conditions because the contractor's been really pleased with how the weather's cooperated thus far. So we'll take a little rain towards like end of next week when it can help fill those ponds.
Guys have anything?
No, I just appreciate the project going on, and again, the expeditious fashion is impressive.
All right, well, I appreciate you.
Really the
And
same, you're moving a lot of dirt, and that's changed the whole landscape there in a short time.
Yeah, and hopefully the land itself is more functional from a stormwater management perspective. All the water we're catching off the parking lot and the surrounding area will feed into the ponds. If the ponds start to overtop, it goes down into the river, but we're hoping it's a better environment from a stormwater standpoint as well than, kind of just the empty lot that was there. I'll also mention that we are on the ballot this fall. The Park District is going for a renewal of our 1 mil levy, and then we are also requesting an additional 0.25 mils. So we feel that's the only source of permanent revenue that we have in place is the Park District. Is what funds much of what we do. We do try to leverage those tax dollars into getting grants through whether it be the state, federal grants, and different programs that help us do great opportunities like Shotwell Gardens, Lake Medina. We have a state capital grant that we're using towards improvements there right around the corner. So we try to make every dollar that the taxpayers give us stretch as far as it can. And we feel like we offer a pretty good product for the price. The cost for the households is about $31 per $100,000 of valuation. So go out and vote yes.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, well, took a little longer than we thought but we appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, thank you
guys
for your
ever need
time.
us, just reach out to us.
All right,
Okay?
appreciate your time.
All All right, next on our agenda is back to the normal stuff, approval of payroll. So I'd like to make a motion to approve payroll dated 10/10 of 2025 at the total amount of $52,741.50 with total remaining deductions, withholdings, liabilities of $12,669.80 and incorporate this two-page document as presented.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastman?
Aye.
Next on the list is purchase orders and training requests. Bruce, do you have any purchase orders and training requests?
Not really a good story, but that's the motion, so I'd just like to read this for training. I'd like to make a motion to authorize part-time office assistants Kayla Webb and Janine Abercrombie to complete training examination and application process to become notaries public with associated costs paid by the township.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastman?
Aye.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Mr. Eastwood?
Well, yes, sir, I do, but since we didn't discuss anything in that last one, I just want to say thank you guys for stepping up and doing it. Appreciate it. But I do like to make a motion to approve a purchase order requisition dated 10/9 of 2025. Department service, the vendor is AJ Tree Service LLC. The description is the removal and cleanup of 7 large trees on Remsen Road. And the cost of the amount of purchase order is $5,000.
Second.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right, I got a few things. First one is I would like to make a motion to approve a training request. This training request will be for Chief Minnick and Trustee Chuck Johnson. It'll be the Greg Zimford, it's the Serb Academy. It's going to be held December 2nd and December 3rd, 2025 at the Marriott down in Columbus. The approximate cost will be about $1,200. It's a 2-day event, and that's it.
Second.
Discussion. So this is the academy that we tried to get into last year. It gets sold out like really quick.
Yep.
So we did not make it last time. So I think this one actually, it just came out yesterday. So I think, you know, way the meetings fall, last time we had to wait. So we're hoping that everything is good on this, and this is, it deals with overview of representation, dispute settlement, unfair labor practice matters, converting the law, administrative rules, so it's a very in-depth one, and I think that'll help our agency. All right, so can I get a roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
So with that being said, I would like to make a motion for a purchase order requisition. The department is admin. This is gonna be for the vendor, is gonna be the Ohio State Employment Relations Board. And, this is for the Ohio Serb Academy. And, the amount, approximate amount, I think it's gonna be on the high side, so we're not gonna spend as much as $1,224.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Alright, I'd like to make a motion for a purchase order requisition. The department is the police, the vendor is Voyager. This is for our fuel for the vehicles. The amount is for $2,000.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher? Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Aye.
Are we still rolling?
I wonder if that was switching to. Pass it down. It's all my stuff. Alright, so it's not. It's this right here, so. Sorry, so yeah, here. Alright, September bank reconciliation. I'd like to make a motion to approve the September bank reconciliation. Reconciled date is 9/30/2025, posted 10/3/2025, and incorporate the 6-page document as presented.
Second.
Discussion on this one? Alright. So next on the agenda is approval of accounts payable. Oh, am I doing roll call? Anybody else? Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye. Thank you.
Alright, now we go on to accounts payable. Keeping me straight. Alright, I would like to make a motion to approve accounts payable dated 9/26/2025 to 10/9/2025 with digital check numbers 53-2025 and 54-2025 with physical check numbers 34447 to 34471. For a total amount of $141,533.59. We will incorporate this one-page document as presented.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
next on the agenda is our department head comments. So Denny, go first.
At the last meeting, I brought up about the OPWC grant that we wanted to apply for. And we did get awarded that grant, yesterday. Actually, yeah, yesterday. In the neighborhood of $65,000. So that'll be for concrete.
Thank you.
And then also, I will need a motion, which, did you make that motion, now, Janine?
Yes.
Roll call. That's all, I just need that motion for Remsen Road. That's all I got, thank you.
Did you wanna do that since we're in that department?
Yeah. So, I'd like to make a motion to allow Denny Miller to temporarily close the intersection of Remsen Road, Meyer Road, and Old Weymouth Road for tree removal work as needed to ensure the safety of the workers and the motorists during the project.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
I will post some PR signs beforehand, just so that keep them out.
Alright,
Thank you.
alright, Elaine,
Nothing this evening.
chief.
No comments.
Alright, appreciate it, guys. So, on new business, we have our public records section. So, just a little update for 2023, we were able to close one. 2024, there was no changes. 2025, we received 10 new requests, and we closed all 10. Closed 2 outstanding requests for a total closed of 13. Total outstanding requests as of right now are 123. Looks like we got 5 requests for approved payroll from the last 5 meetings. 5 requests for approved accounts payable from the last 5 meetings. All requests were from Mr. Dominguez. So, as it, I think everything is closed. Going good, we appreciate it. Alright, next on the agenda is an all hazards mitigation plan for 2025. So this would be a resolution. A resolution for 32. So, I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 10-2025-032 to approve the Medina County All Hazards and Flooding Mitigation Plan for 2025 and to incorporate the All Hazards Mitigation Plan by reference. Available electronically at the Medina County Emergency Management Agency's website. I have to read that whole thing? So www.medinacountyema.org, you can look it up in there, and you can also look for this.
It's 435 pages,
What was that?
435 pages.
95. So the plan consists of 495 pages and has been prepared and adopted by the Medina County Emergency Management Agency.
Second.
Any discussion on that one?
No.
All right. So, roll call, please.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Yeah, it's one of those backslash, da, 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 it goes
Super link.
Yep. All right. Is all the power back on now?
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, so next on the agenda is a fund reallocation. So I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 10-2025-033 to reallocate funds from line item 2081-760-740-0000 machinery, equipment, and furniture to line item 2081-210 -341-0000, telephone in the amount of $2,500 for a total reallocation of $2,500. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Just, multiple resolutions. So that resolution right there is for the police department. Right? I had a different number too for the police department that we had done too. So,
What's the
did
difference?
we decide if we wanted 2,500 or did we want to go with 5,000? Because we talked about both and I have both. I have both options.
Right.
So I switched it. I'm gonna just amend this one then. I was reading it, it's like I know the numbers, so I'd like to make a motion to amend resolution number 1009-2025-033 and change the amount from 2,500 to 5,000.
Second.
We're just trying to discuss this to make it through the rest of the year and stuff like that. So we, after we did the numbers, we thought it needed to go up a little bit higher. So can I get a roll call on that?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Sorry for the confusion. We wanted to be prepared both ways. Next is a resolution for installation of road signs. So I would like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 1009-2025-034, authorizing the installation of a Hill Blocks View road sign at 4300 block of Remsen Road to enhance traffic safety and visibility for our motorists.
Second.
Any discussion? Denny, on this one?
I got a phone call, a request for that, so I had the county engineer's office go out and look at it, and they said it did warrant putting that sign up. So,
Appreciate it.
just gonna put it in the westbound lane, not one going east, just on the westbound side.
Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Next is another resolution with our purchase agreement with Medina County Engineers Office. So I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution number 1009-2025-035, authorizing Medina Township to enter into the 2026 material purchase agreement with Medina County Engineers Office as outlined in the attached correspondence and policy documents. This agreement allows Medina Township to purchase materials such as traffic signs, salt, and other maintenance supplies from the Medina County Engineer during the 2026 calendar year pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code Section 307-12A and 307.15. The attached document includes the 2026 cover letter for the township agreement and the Medina Township agreement policy for materials purchased in 2026, which outline the purchasing procedures, authorized personnel requirements, and annual renewal terms.
Second.
Any discussion on this one?
No.
Roll call?
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
That was done with resolutions. So next is discussion and approval of a barricade for Silver Maple Lane. So every year, I think since I've been elected, Gino Conte down on Silver Maple has a block party at the end of their cul-de-sac. And they just request for us to help with putting some barricades up so they can have less car traffic in there. So I would like to make a motion to approve Gino Conte's request for barricades on October 12th, 2025 for the neighborhood tailgate party on Silver Maple Lane.
Second.
Any other discussion?
There's a good understanding Denny's had with them for years, so.
Like I said, anything that we can do to improve socialization in the township and stuff like that, I'm always for it. So, and I've actually shown up to them. So, roll call, please.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
All right. Next on the agenda is health OTA webinars discussion. Mr. Eastwood.
Yeah, this week we received some information regarding the renewal of our OTA membership regarding the webinars, and it's a much more economical way for us to have access to them. And so they're looking to get this all done before the end of the year. I'm not looking for anything tonight, but we'll just need to put together a list of people that'll have access to it. And they'll be sending out information to their fiscal officer. I would imagine our next meeting will probably have an approval for it. But it's something that we can sign up for and get
Right, so this is the OTA webinars that they do throughout the year.
the training.
Right, now, I think, aren't those already prepaid?
You pay for them every year, $250 for the team for your whole township.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Medina County Trustees Association, with one of their things, actually pay for it?
We'll have to verify. They have in the past, so we'll have to verify that. We just wanna make sure that we get renewed and, reach out to Mary or Jeff
Yeah.
regarding that, so. Definitely a good program.
It is a good resource, I've been on there, and you can go look up old ones too.
Right.
So it's not like you gotta just wait for the current one. Anything else on that?
No, that's it. And on radar.
Alright, so next thing on the agenda is a healthcare renewal discussion, so we started getting some emails coming in on that.
I saw some of the numbers, was talking with the fiscal officer, and the increases this year are very impressive, very low compared to most times. And, it's okay, I'd like to invite Mr. Herwick in to make a presentation at our next meeting, because the sooner that gets done, the sooner things lock up. And, but do you recall what he was talking about for our increases? It was substantially lower than what we've
Yeah,
seen in
all
the
I
past.
remember for
Well, I
sure,
know we had like-
dental was 0.
Yeah, well, in the past, it's been like 19 and like 20%, this one here is talking like
7,
less than 3%. On the one.
It's low.
it's very low.
So, I think I'll give him a shout, we'll get him set up for next meeting and have Janine make a agenda item for him to present.
Right. So, next on the agenda is public comment. So, I would like to make a motion to open the floor for public comment. I request that, if you do want to speak, that you are signed in, and please keep your comments, to 2 minutes, as close as possible.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastick?
Aye.
All right, the floor is open for public comment. Comment? One public comment?
I am Angela Ventura, Worcester Lane. Chuck, you cut me off last time before the 2 minutes, so if you could please not do that this time. I don't know what type of elected officials don't wanna hear from their constituents. It just seems like you're hiding something. You listed the public records requests tonight, and I personally can say you didn't include the ones that I've made. So you're not including everything. You're telling the public that you're filling these requests, but that's simply not true. I don't know why won't you fill the requests? You're not acknowledging them, you're not filling them. Doug made a statement in an open meeting saying that he was going to, or you as a board are working on recouping the funds that the fiscal officer improperly paid out to an employee when she left the township. I've asked for public records to substantiate that, and you've refused to turn them over. Now I find out because of public records that employee made, that there are text messages between trustee Eastwood and herself. I've made a public records request for those text messages. You won't acknowledge them, you won't turn them over. What is going on? What are you hiding? Ralph, you mentioned last meeting that the very first check that you issued when you came into office was a check to the IRS. What research did you do before you issued that warrant? Because last meeting, there was a $36,000 approximately check on the accounts payable list. And that was issued improperly, there was no invoice to go along with it, and nobody, not one of you could answer why that check was issued. Fortunately, Superintendent Miller caught that and said, please do not send that out. But how does a check get issued without an invoice, without any supporting documentation? How is this happening? Well, Chuck, you cut me off last time, so I
Cut
mean,
you off last time, so.
Yes,
I
you
just
did.
false accusation.
yes, you did, count it, watch the video, you absolutely did.
Well, then I apologize, and I will watch it for you, but keep going, but you're at your 2 minutes.
I mean, again, what kind of elected officials do not want to hear from their constituents? What is wrong with you guys? It's absolutely
I
absurd.
appreciate it. If you're gonna just continue to chastise me for 30 of your seconds, you can keep going then.
I'm done.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I have a public comment.
Sure. In the back, sir. Please state your name and.
Dominguez Huffman Road. Hopefully, if you do a meet the candidate interview, you can explain how you've caused every township homeowner to be paying the highest real estate taxes in the county by sneaking in permanent tax levy in May with no discussion, no debate with the residents, and that you did everything in your power to not have that levy appear on the same November ballot with the trustees who voted for it. And I'm sure that no matter how you try to spin it during your trustee comments, since you won't comment during public comments, nothing will change that fact.
Anything else? All right, anybody else? Like to make a motion to close public comments?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
All right, so next is trustee comments. Mr. Eastwood?
Yeah, I have a couple things. I wanted to first ask for your permission or make a motion, but we got approached by a homeowners association who, one of the care people in the homeowners association was told by one of their constituents that, township will come in and take care of our snow. We're just not asking, we're not pushing, we're not doing the right thing. So I offered to get him a letter so he could present it at their next meeting, and I'd like to read that and your blessing, sign it, and be able to give it to him. It just simply says, dated October 9th of 2025, Park Ridge Villas Homeowners Association, subjects private roads, snow removal responsibility. Dear Park Ridge Villas Homeowners Association, Medina Township's received an inquiry regarding the snow removal services for the roads within Park Ridge Villas development. After review, please note that the roads within the subdivision are designated as private roads. As such, the township is not authorized to perform snow and ice removal services on privately owned or maintained roadways. Medina Township's never provided plowing or maintenance services for private roads, as doing so would be outside of our scope of township authority and could create liability and funding concerns under Ohio law. The responsibility for winter maintenance, including snow removal, salting, remains with the homeowners association or its contracted service provider. We recommend that Park Ridge Villas HOA continue to maintain its current private snow removal contract to ensure safe and consistent road conditions throughout the winter season. Should you have any additional questions or require clarification, please feel free to contact our office. Sincerely, Medina Township. That sound okay? Make a motion, may I sign it?
Second that?
Roll call?
Mr. Eastwood? Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Get that in the minutes, but I can deliver that tomorrow, as long as you have a copy of it in the minutes. And I also had another letter, well, I think we all may have got it, but, from another happy resident. This was sent to the Medina County Trustees, Aldana of Malibu Drive. Township Trustees, I would like to express my appreciation for the road and repair work that was completed by the road department under the supervision of Dennis Miller in the Stonegate development. The repairs were done with care, precision, and a timely manner. All roads were marked to shape the change of traffic patterns, with the safety of the residents being a top priority. All curbs were formed and filled with soil, which were seeded and watered. Thank you, Dennis Miller, and the hard-working road department for making Stonegate a safer place for all residents living here. I'd like to get your team a copy of this letter as well. So, I get people that talk about that a lot. It's not very often they put it in writing, so it's encouraging. That's all I have, sir.
Alright, Mr. Christopher.
Two things, one about road repair. I'll just say that, again, I've said this to Denny many times, that the people, the companies that we have chosen, they do a very good job. The residents are happy. That happened to be in my subdivision, but other people have talked to me about it. They're very happy with the repairs that are done, so thanks for that. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but the governor has a working shop on property taxes, and I know nobody's interested in property taxes. But they have a workshop, and they're exploring different ideas, what can be done within the state government, within local governments, limiting levies to 5 years, having the boards be able, not the township boards, but the county boards, maybe go in and change things if they see a levy, I'll say is getting too much money, things like that. There's a number of things. Having said all those things, it sounds good. Groups I'm involved in outside of that aren't necessarily all that impressed with what's coming out of Columbus. So as I hear more and can document it, I'll do that. But I just want to know at least somebody in Columbus is looking at the property tax situation. So that's all.
Alright, I got a few things. So, one is the fire chief had come up to me a while back talking about the heavy rescue truck, that they are encouraging us to look at while it still has value to sell it. So, I didn't realize it would be so much fun trying to figure out how much a truck is worth. So, going through all the procedures of getting pictures and getting the transmission and all that other stuff, long story short, I was able to find 3 comparable vehicles that were on the Brindley Mountain website. And one is a 2004 Pierce, and the other one is a 2004 Marion, both are heavy rescue, they look just like ours. Those are both listed at basically $190,000, and then they also have one called a 2005 HME EVI, which is $200,000. So basically within a $20,000 difference. So when I looked at it for ours, I would be estimating on the high side that ours would probably be worth $189,000. It's only got 19,000 miles on it. But the question is, what do we want to do with it? The fire department doesn't want to use it. It does have value. I have had a phone call from the All Hazards team that is looking maybe if we wanted to offer it to them, they asked if they could just have first crack. It's going to be discussing the state capital budget process, and it's going to be presented with other state legislators. I think that's a Wednesday. It is a Wednesday. So if I'm not free, I would like to attend it. The cost is only $30 for this event, and it is in Canton. But we don't always have an opportunity to have a quick conference like this. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in it, but just if I could just make a motion to. I'd like to make a motion to look into the state, the 2025 policy conference for Wednesday, October 29th, and the cost is $30 if we decide to go.
Second.
All right. And roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Eastwood?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
And that's just because our next meeting is in 2 weeks, which is right before the thing. So I'll do some more research and stuff on it, but, it sounded like a good conference and, to be, promoting, other small government. All right. And then, some disturbing news, we got an email from the Weymouth Preservation Society, and they were telling us that their lease is not gonna be renewed at the end of the year. So I'm a little confused on what the scenario is over there, just because there was rumors that there was no written lease and that they kept asking for a lease. And so they've been having some problems with creative housing, and I'm not sure if, I know you and I were both in, were you in that email too? So it's an email from Susan, just discussing what our options would be with that. So it's something that we need to kind of look in. They do house a lot of township history. I don't like that the relationship is going sour. I do know with the creative housing that we do have a grant that we're working with them, where it was basically because they were housing the Preservation Society that we even went in with it, because that was something that was township related, that was part of the grant.
Right.
So I would like to kind of look at that. I don't like, the stories and the scenarios that I'm hearing, and I'm hopefully, we can find a resolution between those two parties, because they have done so much work on that property and spent so much of their own money that it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
In that letter, there was inference that if it goes south, if they lose their ability to stay there, that some of their records, some of the artifacts, if you will be difficult to store. She had put a comment out, would we be willing to put a display of, I think she was saying the first fire chief's outfit, or something of some nature, and she wanted something in the fireproof room. Well, I question on fireproof room capacity in any fashion. So, I think that stirred in me the concept of our own record storage. And I think that's something that we should consider moving forward. That I don't think it's good the way it is, and I don't think it would be a good day if there ever was a catastrophe. I think we ought to look at alternatives for that.
all right, yeah, I agree. I mean, obviously, the township building itself is pretty old, and our space and our capabilities are limited. So back to some of the trustee or public comments, I do like to look at them and stuff like that. When fulfilling the public records request, I kind of looked through the ones that all come through my emails and stuff like that, and I didn't see any additional public records requests on the emails. So we try to fulfill them, and we are trying to get on them. So if I see them in the emails, I'm going to address that they're not getting done. Also, somebody questioning me on the police levy. Levies are complicated, and with the school board levy, the school levies coming up, those were extraordinarily high, and I thought they were high, and I was very surprised that it even passed on the second time. One thing that you don't want to do, is you'd be stupid to go up against a school levy when it's on the ballot, and that was one of the reasons why we didn't have it in November. And we were coming to the point where we needed money. It's been 14 years since we had it, and we were just trying to stay away from that school levy. And coming in here now, hindsight being 2020, now you're starting to hear about property tax increases from the county, and I know the county commissioners were talking about ways of being creative with saving, the residents and stuff money. So I've been looking into that. The fact it goes that our township stuff is a small percentage compared to the school levy stuff. So that has always been a problem, and I do think that needs to be addressed even at a state level with helping people, and also even giving people who don't have kids in school some type of abatement, because I had no problem when my kids went to school. If I had to have another $600, $700 in school fees, I paid them because that was my kid. But I don't think Ralph needs to be doing that for my kids, and that might be something too, is people who are bringing the children here might have to put some of the bill on that. But that's about it for me. Halloween is coming up, and that is going to be our police department and the Medina County Health Department's having Halloween kickoff party again, and I'm looking forward to that. If anybody knows of any businesses or residents that want to participate, we are going to be doing it in the parking lot, hopefully with good weather, from 4 to 6. Last year we had iffy weather, which turned out to be okay, but we had a little hybrid of inside the building and outside the building. So we are available with whatever the weather throws at us of doing it outside, inside, or both. So we are looking for people and businesses that want to participate. Again, it's promoting safety for the kids, teaching them how to trick or treat responsibly, giving them reflectors and lights, and just trying to make sure that that is a safe and happy event. So
That's from 4 to 6, right?
it's 4 to 6, and then trick or treating is from 6 to 8. So it's kind of like it literally is a kickoff party for Halloween. So,
Location.
and it is at the health department parking lot, which is right across the street from Walmart.
And the date?
It is Halloween, October 31st.
And it was very well received last year.
Yeah.
It went very well received.
All right, is there anything else in front of the board? That, nothing being in front of the board, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Johnson?
Aye.
Mr. Christopher?
Aye.
Mr. Eastman?
Aye.
So the time is now 8:05, I call the meeting.
Including the blackout.